So let's meet the key player here, the SBI Foundation. You might have heard of the state bank group, right? Well, the foundation is their CSR arm, that's corporate social responsibility. Their motto is service beyond banking, and their mission is, honestly, huge. We're talking about supporting underprivileged communities all across India, covering everything from healthcare to education. It's a massive undertaking.
Okay, so within that massive mission, they've got this program called SBI Sashakti, and this is where they really zoom in. The whole point of Sashakti is to create an entire ecosystem, think safety, security, and freedom for women. The goal? Real, tangible equality and justice. And that is the plan we're digging into today.
All right, so how do you find the absolute best people to carry out a plan like this? Well, you use something called a request for proposal, or an RFP. Just think of it like an open casting call. The foundation basically puts the word out and says, hey, we've got the funding and a very clear goal. Now you show us your best plan and budget to make it a reality. It's a challenge, really. So, what's the specific problem they're trying to solve with this RFP? Well, it gets really specific. It zooms in on two very different but equally critical areas where they feel they can make a real lasting impact. And these two interventions, wow, they couldn't be more different, which really just shows you the scale of their ambition. So on one side, you have this focus on non-traditional livelihoods, basically empowering women economically by helping them break into the transport industry, which is usually totally male-dominated. Then, on the other side, they're tackling something incredibly sensitive and so important, providing a full, comprehensive support system for women in commercial sex work and for their kids. Two totally distinct challenges, but they're both driving toward that same goal of empowerment. And this is not some random spray and pray approach. Nope, they've pinpointed very specific places for each project. For the transport initiative, they're targeting these big, bustling cities: Chennai, Bengaluru, Mumbai, places where ride-hailing is a huge deal and the opportunity is right there. But for the sex worker support program, they're focusing on states like West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh, places where the data shows the need for these exact services is the most urgent. You see, this is strategic, data-driven philanthropy in action. Okay, so we've got the what and the where. The problem's defined, the locations are set. Now comes the really crucial part. How do you get the right partners on board to actually make it all happen? To do that, you need a super clear and attractive financial framework. And listen, they are not messing around. We're talking about putting some serious money on the table. The maximum project budget is up to, get this, 4 crore rupees. For those of us thinking in dollars, that's around $500,000. This is not a small grant, folks. This is a major investment meant to create some serious, measurable change. And it's not just a one-and-done deal either. This funding is specifically designed for the long haul. We're talking about projects that can last anywhere from 1 to 3 years. What does that tell you? It shows a real commitment to sustainable, lasting solutions, not just quick, flashy initiatives. The goal here is real, lasting impact. But of course, they're not just handing out this kind of money to anyone who asks. You've got to have the credentials. There are some really strict financial eligibility rules. For example, if you want to propose a project over 1 crore, your organization needs to have already handled at least 5 crores in revenue over the past 3 years. The message here is crystal clear. They're looking for experienced, stable partners who have a proven track record of managing big money responsibly.
All right, so we know the what, the where, and the how much, but what does the day-to-day work actually look like? What are these partners supposed to do? Well, the RFP doesn't just leave that up to imagination. It lays out a really detailed blueprint for action.
Let's take the transport project first. It's laid out as this 4-step path to real independence. So just picture this. A woman starts at step 1, right? She's learning how to ride a 2-wheeler, getting the hang of traffic rules, maybe some digital skills. Then she moves to step 2, getting help with all the official stuff like licenses and financing to actually own her vehicle. Step 3 is about connecting to the market, getting her signed up on those ride-hailing apps. And then step 4, and this is so key, is building a support system, a network of other women and mentors so she's not out there all alone. It's a complete A to Z pathway to a new career.
Now for the sex worker support project, the approach is just as detailed, but it's all about building a complete safety net. It kicks off with health and wellness. We're talking health camps and mental health counseling. From there, it moves into social security. I mean, things as basic and essential as getting an ID card or access to insurance. There's also a huge focus on the next generation, helping kids stay in school, building their skills, and it all leads up to community advocacy, empowering these women to become leaders themselves, to fight for their own rights and dignity. It's truly holistic. Okay, so you've got these super detailed plans and a lot of money on the line. The selection process has to be absolutely rock solid and transparent, right? So, how does the foundation actually pick the one best partner out of what's probably a ton of applicants?
Well, first off, the whole thing runs on a really tight and totally transparent timeline. Check it out. The RFP goes public on March 20th. Organizations then have exactly 1 month to get their proposals in. And after that, things move lightning fast. A shortlist is out in just 9 days, and the final decisions are made about a month later. It's a very clear, no-nonsense process that's all about efficiency and making a decision.
But what about the decision itself? How do they weigh the options? They use a method called quality and cost-based selection, but just look at this breakdown, it tells you everything. A huge 80% of the score is based on the technical proposal. That's the quality of the plan, the strategy, the creativity. The budget, that only accounts for 20%. That sends a really powerful message, doesn't it? The best idea wins, not just the cheapest one.
And last but not least, there's the due diligence, the fine print. The RFP makes it absolutely clear that the selection committee is going to verify everything. We're talking financial records, board members, internal policies, the whole shebang. This isn't just about finding a partner with a great idea, it's about making sure they are a credible, stable, and trustworthy organization that can hit the ground running on day one.
So when you look at it all together, this whole process is really a masterclass in how to structure large-scale social investment. It's impressive, but it does leave us with one last really big question to think about. When a huge organization creates such a detailed top-down plan, how do they make sure that it's truly empowering the women it's meant to help and not just prescribing a solution? How do you empower without just telling people what to do? That, right there, is the real challenge at the very heart of changing the world.